Hello, my name is Zhang Xiaoyi. I'm a research associate in China Institute for Marine Affairs in Beijing, China. I would like to briefly introduce my paper titled Problematic Expansion on Jurisdiction, Some Observation on the South China Sea Arbitration, which was recently published on Volume 9, Number 2 of the Journal of East Asia and International Law. Following its jurisdictional decision on October 2015, the Arbitral Tribunal constituted under Annex 7 of UNCLOS issued its final award on July 12, 2016, in the South China Sea arbitration case. The Arbitral Tribunal found jurisdiction and admissibility and ruled overwhelmingly in favor of the Philippines. This article comments on two of the flaws on the issue of jurisdiction arising from both the preliminary and the final awards of this case. It firstly calls into question the inconsistent standard adopted in identifying jurisdictional obstacles. In this part, it analyzes how the tribunal expansively interpreted its jurisdictional mandates, but at the same time made a narrow reading on the jurisdictional conditions. It explains why such a double standard led to a pro-jurisdictional bias in the tribunal's awards. The second issue involves the status and entitlement of certain maritime features dealt with in this case. It challenges the tribunal's fragmentation approach on maritime delimitation and argues this type of claim is within the Sino-Philippine sea boundary delimitation framework, and such an inherent part of delimitation should not be isolated and should not form a separate dispute subject to legal proceedings. It is even more so considering the clear and resolute position of one of the parties, namely China, on solving the maritime delimitation dispute through bilateral negotiation rather than by any third-party adjudication. Therefore, based on those arguments, this article reaches conclusion that the South China Sea Arbitral Tribunal purposefully downplayed the jurisdictional obstacles and exercised the powers on false disputes. And this advanced law-making impulse comes at the expense of the consistency and the legitimacy of the international jurisprudence. Thank you for your patience.